Your blessing has arrived. Dear friend, God has something great in store for you today, something that has been within your reach since last week, just waiting for the right moment to manifest. Soon, within an hour, the first signs will begin to appear. That's why it's essential that you pay close attention to every second of this video. Don't skip ahead, because it is God who desires to speak directly to your heart, and He makes a special request, that you listen all the way to the end. Don't overlook what is being prepared for your life, as it is something incredibly transformative and personal. This revelation is so rare and blessed that, after receiving it, God will open the right doors and close the ones that have been holding back your progress for a long time. Prepare your soul and mind to receive this unparalleled blessing. It will be something unique, unlike anything you've ever experienced anywhere else. When this blessing is revealed to you, keep it a secret, as it is meant only for you. Whenever you feel that a word or blessing is directed at you, don't hesitate to affirm with conviction, "I receive it, Father." Pay close attention now, because what I am about to share is not just any message. God is speaking directly to you at this very moment. Yes, it is you He wants to deal with, and He has something extraordinary to reveal. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you found yourself in the middle of an emotional storm, with life seeming to spin out of control, as if you were about to be swept away by a greater force? The world around us moves like an endless spiral, full of unexpected events and emotions that surprise us at every turn. And often, anxiety and uncertainty start to creep into our minds, catching us off guard. I know exactly how that feels. In the midst of this chaos, it's easy to lose focus, but God is calling you to a moment of tranquility, a moment of peace in the midst of all the noise. He wants you to understand one essential truth. No matter how much the world seems to be falling apart around you, God is your foundation, the unshakable rock that sustains you. Even though circumstances may suggest that everything is collapsing, trust that God has a perfect plan for your life. If you are hearing this message right now, know that it is not by chance. Nothing that happens with God is a coincidence. He wants you to know that even in the midst of the turbulence you are facing, He remains your refuge, your fortress, and your strength. So instead of focusing on the chaos around you, turn your eyes to what God is doing in your life right now. You may not realize it, but He is working in ways beyond your understanding. And now, listen closely. How many times have you doubted that something good could happen? Maybe you've even thought that God had forgotten you or that your blessing would never come. But it is precisely in the most difficult moments that He reveals Himself. When everything seems lost, when doors close, and the silence is overwhelming, that's when God makes His presence known. Sometimes, His voice doesn't sound like thunder, but rather like a gentle whisper, a soft touch deep within your heart. It is that very touch He wants you to feel at this moment. Allow the miraculous touch of God to transform your life right now. God is telling you, "Child, I see your struggles, I know your fears, and I am aware of your disappointments. But don't give up. I am with you. I have prepared a path that you have yet to see. And when you least expect it, I will open doors you never imagined could be opened. The impossible will become possible before your eyes. But for this to happen, you need to trust. Trust, my dear brother. It's like taking a step into the darkness. You can't see what's ahead, but you know that God will be there to catch you. If there's something God wants you to understand right now, it's this: lift your head. Don't let adversity bring you down. Don't let the opinions of others dim the light that He has placed within you. Because there is something unique and extraordinary inside you, something the world needs to see. And it's not for your own exaltation or glorification, but so that the power of God can be revealed through your life. My dear brother, my dear sister, pay close attention to what I am about to share with you. Today, I want to talk about something that often goes unnoticed: doors. Yes, doors. They are not just mere entrances or exits. In fact, they carry profound symbolism. They represent opportunities, new beginnings, and at times, they are barriers that God places in our lives to protect us. And it is about these doors that the Lord wants to instruct you at this moment. God wants you to understand that there will be times when He will open massive doors, inviting you to step into a new dimension, to experience something extraordinary. However, there will also be times when He will close doors, even those you so desperately wanted to remain open. And why does this happen? Because each door has a specific purpose. Some doors are meant to push you forward, to make you grow, to take you to a higher place. Others, however, are doors that God closes to preserve you. There are situations that He prevents you from entering because, on the other side, there is only pain, confusion, and suffering. When we try to force these doors open, we run the risk of getting hurt, disappointed, and feeling lost. So, pay close attention. If a door has recently closed in your life, believe that God is protecting you from something that, at this moment, you cannot see. He is steering you away from paths that do not align with the destiny He has carefully planned for you. And what about those doors you are so eager to see open? The ones you have been waiting for, the ones you have prayed for tirelessly, yet they seem to remain locked? Maybe it's a job opportunity, a relationship, or even a dream you've been holding in your heart for many years. I understand your frustration. It is disheartening to keep knocking and be met with silence. The good news is that God does not keep you in front of these doors for no reason. He uses this waiting period to shape your character, to strengthen you, and to prepare you for what is to come. My brother, my sister, listen closely. Waiting is not a bad thing. While you're there, feeling anxious, waiting for the moment when the right key will appear to unlock that door you've been longing for, God is at work within you, shaping you from the inside out. He is preparing you so that when that door finally opens, you'll be fully equipped to step through and take hold of everything He has prepared for you. If that door hasn't opened yet, it's because either you're not ready yet, or the door itself isn't prepared to receive you. The Scriptures teach us that it is God who opens doors that no one can close, and closes doors that no one can open. This means that when He decides the time has come for you to walk through a door, it doesn't matter who opposes you, what obstacles arise, or who tries to block your way, that door will open in a grand way. On the other hand, when God closes a door, no matter how much you try to force it open, it will remain shut, because He knows that if you pass through it, you'll only encounter pain and disappointment. Embrace this truth with faith. But how can you tell which door is from God and which is not? Here's a valuable tip. The doors God opens will never lead you down paths that distance you from Him. If the opportunity you're pursuing pulls you away from your faith, causes you to lose your essence, or distances you from your family and your purpose, be cautious. God would never open a door that separates you from Him. On the contrary, the doors He opens bring you closer to Him, fill you with inner peace, and help you grow both spiritually and emotionally. Do you remember that time when you insisted on following a certain path, but after everything went wrong, you looked back and realized that it wasn't where you were meant to be? Sometimes, the door you're trying so hard to open isn't the main door. It could just be a corridor leading you to the right one. And only with time will you understand this, when God allows you to see the full picture. Therefore, the best thing you can do is trust in His guidance. And listen closely, even if you're not seeking it, even if you haven't made this specific request, God will open a special door in your life. The blessings and miracles you've been longing for will arrive in a surprising way. Stay firm in your faith and complete trust in God, for He has amazing plans prepared just for you. Right at this moment, I am here to declare something grand. God is about to bring transformations into your life that you could never have imagined. That's right, you heard me correctly. In a short period of time, less than 2 hours, you will see the heavens open and witness wonders that will exceed all your expectations. You are about to experience a downpour of blessings that will flood your life with abundance, prosperity, and a new stability like never before. What seemed distant or unattainable will become a tangible reality right before your eyes. Receive what God has reserved for you. It is I, your Heavenly Father, speaking directly to your heart. I know every suffering, every challenge, and every anguish you have faced until now. I understand that at times it feels like everything around you is crumbling and anxiety has taken hold of your heart. Yet, at this moment, I want you to pause for a moment and focus solely on my voice. Do you know why? Because I am here, right beside you, with something crucial to tell you. You may be wondering why things aren't unfolding according to your plans. Perhaps you are questioning the closed doors, the ongoing struggles, and the difficulties that have multiplied. But my son, my daughter, I never said that the path would be easy. However, one thing I guarantee you, you will never be alone on this journey. I am your foundation, your refuge, and your unwavering strength. Even if fear tries to dominate your thoughts, I want you to know that it has no power over your life. When you feel weak, lift your eyes to me. When you feel lost, remember that I am your safe guide. I have been working silently in areas of your life that you cannot even imagine. While you pray, wait, and even shed tears, I am busy weaving a glorious future for you. Therefore, trust me with all your heart, my son, my daughter. Do not let fear or doubt keep you away from the promises I have made, for I am the God who never fails. I see what you cannot perceive. While you focus on the storm, thinking everything is out of control, I am at the center of it, calming the winds and preparing a new dawn. Receive the peace I am bringing to the storms in your life. Do you remember those nights when sleep eluded you, and worries kept your mind restless? In each of those nights, I was by your side. And even when you thought your words were lost in the void and your prayers went unheard, I heard every cry and wiped away every tear. Because I care for you deeply. I know your most hidden thoughts, every guarded feeling, and all the secret desires of your heart. I know you better than you know yourself. But I want you to remember one essential thing. My will is perfect. It is good, pleasing, and far beyond what you can imagine. Do not be shaken by the voices that try to discourage you. Do not allow doubt to take up space in your heart. I am your Father, and I have chosen you to live a life of abundance. Abundance of joy, peace, and hope. And all I ask is that you keep believing. No matter what the world outside says about what is or isn't possible, for I am the God who makes the impossible happen. If I was able to part the sea for my people to pass, and if I made the sun stand still for Joshua, do you really believe there is anything I cannot do? I am preparing a new chapter in your life. A moment of restoration and harvest. Where there was suffering, I will bring healing. Where there was scarcity, I will bring abundance. Where there was sadness, I will introduce a joy that will overflow in your heart. But to experience all of this, you must remain steadfast. Do not focus on the circumstances, but rather on me. I am your shepherd, and with my rod and my staff, I will guide you. Even when you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, do not be afraid, for I am with you. I have always been and always will be. If you believe this, leave a comment. The Lord is my shepherd, and I shall not want. Son, daughter, I am the Lord your Father. and today I come to talk about something that has been hidden for a long time. I know you have been seeking answers, trying to find direction, and questioning what to do in the face of life's difficulties. That is why I need to reveal to you 3 secrets that have been kept since ancient times. Secrets that many have not understood, that few have known, but that I am willing to share with you today. These are powerful secrets capable of transforming your reality, shaping your destiny, and opening the doors to prosperity and success. Are you ready for this? The first secret, my son, my daughter, is that the power of your words is far greater than you imagine. Perhaps you have never reflected on this, but what you say holds immense power. Every word you speak does not dissipate. Instead, it comes to life. What you say does not remain in the air, it begins to shape your reality. When I created the universe, I used the word. I said, "Let there be light," and immediately, the darkness was dispelled, and light appeared. I declared, "Let there be a firmament," and thus the sky was formed. That same power to create through words is within you. When you affirm things like, "I am incapable," "This is too difficult for me," or "I will never be able to get out of this situation," you are giving permission for those words to take control of your life. They take root in your heart and mind, and soon they begin to manifest exactly what has been said. This is not a magical trick, but the result of repetitions that shape neural pathways in the brain, restricting your vision to what you declare. Doubt becomes your constant companion, fear becomes your advisor, and your limitations seem to expand all around you. Therefore, I urge you to be very careful with what you say about yourself, about others, and about the situations you face. Do not use your tongue to curse what I wish to bless. Have you noticed how words can lift someone up or bring them down completely? When you tell someone, "I believe in you, you can do it," it is as if you ignite a spark of hope within that person. But if, on the contrary, you say, "You will never succeed, this is not for you," it's as if all the doors are closing in their mind and heart. The same applies to your own declarations. Every word you utter has a profound impact, and more than that, it generates fruit. I want you to begin to realize that when you speak, you are sowing. Your words are seeds that will produce a harvest. What have you been sowing? Have you been cultivating words of hope, courage, and faith? Or have you been scattering seeds of fear, doubt, and resignation? Remember that each seed produces its fruit according to its kind. Do not expect to reap joy if you have been sowing sadness. Do not expect prosperity if what comes out of your mouth are words of scarcity. It is essential that you start declaring what you want to see, even if it has not yet manifested. Prophesy over your life. Say, "I am strong," even if you feel weak. Declare, "I am blessed," even if circumstances seem to indicate otherwise. Use your words as a powerful tool to transform your reality, for what you say holds immense power. The tongue is like the rudder of a ship, small, but capable of directing the entire vessel. If the rudder veers off course, the ship will also veer off course. In the same way, if your speech leans toward the negative, your life will follow that same direction. Embrace the gift of the word, and from today onward, begin to speak like someone who has already achieved victory. Have the audacity to declare words that reflect what I think of you. I created you to be the head and not the tail, to be above and not below. You were made to be more than a conqueror. So start expressing yourself as someone who knows they are a child of the King. Someone who does not accept living carelessly, who does not let difficulties bring them down. You are special and unique. The price that was paid for you is immeasurable, the blood of my own Son. This truth makes you an heir to all the promises I made. Although the circumstances around you may not reflect what you declare, this is the essence of your power. It is crucial that you prophesy, especially in times when things seem uncertain. When Abraham had not yet seen the son that had been promised to him, he already proclaimed himself the father of many nations. Likewise, David, even as a simple shepherd, had full conviction that he would be king. They did not allow difficulties to discourage them. They used their words as tools to direct their steps toward the promises I made. Share this message with those who need to hear it. Think of someone who tends to have negative thoughts or feels inadequate. Let's spread the love of God and share this good news. Together, we can impact the lives of millions right now. The second secret I would like to share concerns the transformative power of forgiveness. I acknowledge that forgiving is not an easy task. This word, although simple, carries significant weight in many hearts. I see the wounds you carry. I feel the betrayals that have generated distrust, the disappointments that have shaken your faith in people, and even in me at times. I understand the pain you feel when recalling everything you have suffered. But today, I want you to comprehend the true essence of forgiveness. Forgiving is not an act meant to benefit the other. It is not a way to minimize what happened or to ignore the pain. Forgiveness is an act of liberation for yourself. By forgiving, you dissolve the invisible chains that keep you tied to the past. Every resentment you hold is like a weight that limits your steps. You wish to move forward and reach new heights, but the chains of the past keep you captive. The most concerning part is that these chains are not in the hands of those who hurt you, they are in your own hands. You are the one carrying the weight of pain and hurt, feeling it every day that passes. That's why it's essential for you to forgive, not for the sake of the other person, but for your own liberation. Free yourself from these chains, because my desire is for you to be free. Did you know that a lack of forgiveness can devastate your inner being? It generates bitterness and sadness, and over time, it consumes your joy. Hurt affects not just your mind, it also harms your body. It is like a poison that contaminates everything around you, impacting your health and well-being. Even if you try to ignore it, the pain always resurfaces, whether in a conversation, a memory, or a dream. As long as you hold on to this resentment, true relief will never be achieved. That relief does not come from human justice. It resides in the act of granting forgiveness. I understand that you may feel that by forgiving, you are allowing the other person to escape the consequences of their actions. It may seem that forgiving is the same as justifying the wrongdoing. However, forgiving does not mean agreeing with what happened or forgetting the wound. It is an act of handing the situation over to me. Allow me to be the judge and to handle the consequences, for my justice is perfect and balanced. When you choose to forgive, you are saying, "Father, I surrender this situation to you. I let go of what binds me and trust that you will do what is right." Forgiveness does not erase memories, but it changes the way you perceive them. When you forgive, what once caused you pain begins to lose its power over time. The hurt dissipates, and you gain a new perspective on the events. You are no longer a victim of circumstances, but someone who has overcome. This overcoming strengthens you. And I desire for you to be strong. I want you to live free from the chains of the past because I have a bright future in store for you. However, you cannot grasp the blessings I want to offer if your hands are occupied with hurt. That's why I tell you, forgive. Forgive that friend who betrayed you, the family member who rejected you, or that relationship that hurt you. Forgive even those who have never asked for forgiveness. Forgiveness does not depend on the actions of others, it depends on you. By forgiving, you open up space for me to work in your life in extraordinary ways. You allow me to clear the soil of your heart and plant new seeds of joy and peace. I love you, my child. Daughter, I want the best for you. I wish for you to live fully, something that is only possible when your heart is light. So trust me and release that burden. Let me take care of the rest, for forgiveness is the key that opens the door to true freedom. Receive the grace of forgiveness. The third secret I will reveal to you is essential for you to live all that I have prepared for your life. This text addresses the importance of trusting in me completely, without hesitation, doubt, or reservation. I understand that trusting can be challenging, especially when you look at your reality and see only obstacles ahead. I recognize that worry and insecurity can overwhelm you, and amid so much uncertainty, it's easy to feel paralyzed. Today, I want to show you that total surrender to my will can lead to transformations you never imagined were possible. I can take you to destinations your feet never dreamed of reaching and open pathways that you believed were eternally closed. I am your Father, and as a loving Father, my desire is to guide, protect, and care for you. However, for that to happen, you need to hand over control to me. I know you appreciate planning every step, organizing all the details, and having clarity about what lies ahead. But trust in me, for I see beyond what you can perceive. I am aware of what exists beyond your immediate reach. I know what is best for you, even when everything around you seems to be crumbling. Often, your strategies, no matter how intelligent they may be, pale in comparison to the plan I have laid out for you. Remember my son Jesus? When he came into the world, he trusted me enough to surrender his own life. He knew the humiliation, suffering, and even death that awaited him on the cross. However, he did not try to escape what I had determined. He trusted that, in the end, my will would bring redemption to humanity. He did not question why he had to carry the cross. He simply obeyed and trusted that, even in the darkest moments, I would provide victory. And that's exactly what happened. On the third day, I resurrected him. What seemed like an end became a new beginning. He surrendered total control to me, trusted with all his heart, and I honored that trust. This lesson teaches us to seek surrender and trust, revealing that when we relinquish control into my hands, wonders can happen in our lives. Surrendering control to me does not mean you are giving up. In fact, it is a powerful declaration. Father, I recognize that my strength is limited, but yours is limitless. By trusting in me, you allow me to act where you cannot. When you do this, doors that were once locked begin to open. I guide you along paths you never imagined you could walk. Even what seemed to be a mistake in your life, I transform into a lesson. What at first appeared to be a loss, I convert into a gain. I am the one who turns ashes into beauty, transforms pain into joy, and tears into dance. Therefore, my son or daughter, I invite you today to trust in me and in my promises. Even if you cannot see it now, know that I am working in your favor. It doesn't matter how long it takes. My faithfulness is eternal, and I never fail. I am your Father, and my love for you is deep. I take care of every little detail in your life. Trust in me. Begin to apply these principles in your life from this moment forward. Change your words and watch how your reality can transform. Forgive those who have hurt you and feel how the weight is lifted from your shoulders, making way for a new joy to fill your heart. And keep your trust in me. I have plans for peace, prosperity, and a future filled with hope for you. When you truly trust, setting aside your worries and resting in me, you will realize that nothing is impossible. Today, I have shared these secrets with you so that you can live the best that I have in store. Use your words to prophesy blessings in your life. Forgive to find freedom. And trust in me for the impossible to manifest. I am your Father, and my love for you is incomparable. I am by your side, now and always, because you are mine. I am excited to see the blessings that are about to bloom in your life. Join our blessed community by subscribing to our channel. It's free. Don't forget to turn on notifications to receive all the messages that God has for you directly on your phone. May God bless you, and see you soon, dear friends.